WWEDXECW. I love how you open. Kevin is through the process of losing. Everyone grieves differently. There certainly isn't a rule book to grief. Pink Floyd playing was no coincidence. He's with you and Mrs. Nash. Please tell her to keep calling on him to get her out of the funks. He is there and listening, sending love. Thank you, WWE. Kenny Atkins. Big Kev, I understand exactly where you're coming from on the grieving. I lost my daughter in January to a fatal car wreck. Two dumbasses were racing, and one lost control and hit her head on. No two people grieve the same. I have okay days and really bad days. Prayers to you and your family. You're not supposed to outlive your kid. Kenny, thoughts out to you as well. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, this is today is a month for me.
Yes, it is. To the day.
To the day. Yeah, 6 o'clock this morning. I was awake and it was a month. So
that's about the only thing that could get you up at 6, right?
I just hadn't been to bed yet.
Oh. Or a flight. Is not to park on this road, but does the significance of the anniversary, like you'll never forget a Wednesday. And
well, I mean, and on top of that, we do this on Wednesday.
Yeah, but I mean, even if this moved to Thursday, Wednesdays would still be. Oh, that's interesting. I never noticed the significance of that. I think because I'm 50, my brain doesn't work. But yeah, so this has to stay Wednesday.
Every time I come down here, it was always like every time T and I came down here, it was always Wednesday, and then we did. When T passed, we did Saturday, but then we turned right around and when we went Wednesday. And, it was like, it's, I've actually, I mean, like, he set me up, like, with all, like, I actually was on the air today without any help for the first time, so.
I didn't log on till later because I was waiting for the call. I was sitting here looking at my cell phone. I was like,
no,
well, fuck
it. I actually talked to him on the way down.
Okay. Good.
I talked to him on the way down, and I said, let's get this. It's fucking, it's number 4. We gotta get this, buddy.
If you make contact again, I'm just curious about something. Tawny Kitaen was so hot in life until she got a little older. Does she go back to the hot form in the afterlife?
I never told you my Tawny Kitaen story?
Didn't know you had one, but
oh, hold on here.
Is that Tawny calling from the beyond? See, I mentioned her, and then she fucking.
Hold on.
I'm cursing again.
Let me see if I can.
Try not to curse.
Let me see if I can find it here. Keep talking.
Yeah, I put a Buddha on my desk to remind me to not
cuss.
To not cuss too much. Although look at him, he had a mouth like a goddamn drunken Moroccan rug trader.
Is that such a thing?
It is now. And Tawny Kitaen on the hood of some iconic images, right, from media and music.
So as I look here, I found her.
The hood of the Jaguar. It's like David Coverdale doesn't even exist.
Okay, so I don't know if we can get a good shot of her on this, but this is off my Instagram. Let me get around this if I can get back here and open it up.
Yeah. Open her up.
Oh, hold on here.
Careful you don't hit the Pornhub icon right there. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think Instagram. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, so those are the good years, I'm thinking.
No,
right?
This is a couple years. That was like a year before she passed.
So did she pull herself? Because I saw pictures. It looked like she hit the wall. Maybe she pulled herself together.
This is May 8th, 2021.
Oh, wow. Was she a fan?
So it's a great story. So we do St. Louis, as you can see, St. Louis pop culture gimmick there. So we're the Embassy Suites, and if anybody that stayed at Embassy Suites, you know that they have that atrium. You know, the rooms are on the outside of the atrium where they've got the, you know,
They look down onto the,
yeah,
kind of like the Pennsylvania Hotel.
nothing like it. But anyway, so like 2 o'clock in the morning, man, there's nothing like those fire alarms in hotels. It's like there's no way you can, you know. I mean, I've tried putting shaving cream in them before. Like, there's nothing you can do. So I think I'm on the 11th of 16 floors, and everybody is rushing out and going down the stairs. And so I open my door and I'm watching the people walk by me, and I'm watching the people, you know, nobody's taking the elevators, of course, they're taking the stairs. This is before my knee replacement, or maybe shortly after it. Maybe I think it was after my knee replacement, but it was one of those things where, and I'm thinking to myself, we're in an atrium, so smoke is going to rise. I'm on the 11th floor. I don't see any smoke. There's no smoke above me. There's no smoke below me. So I'm going to sit here. So I just go over the railing and I put my arms like on the railing and just kind of like look over. And not to say that I'm, you know, more intelligent than they are. It's just that it is a concrete and steel building. I can still get to the stairwell and smoke rises. So if it's like, I'm gonna win on this.
Mm.
So I'm sitting there maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and I hear somebody go, so you're not going to go down? I turn around and I look at him like, I know her, but I can't place her. She's got this mane of hair, right?
Looks like your
And
doll a little bit.
a little bit.
So she asked you if you're going to go down, and boy,
Yeah.
did she leave the goalie out of the net there. What do you say?
I just said, no, man. And I said, you're Tawny, right? She said, yeah. I introduced myself, and we just sat up there, you know, until they stopped the gimmick. And I had some wine in my room, and we sat down. We had a couple of cocktails, and we talked. And then she went, you know, to her room. I went and I laid down
In your room, ostensibly.
in my room.
Yeah.
I mean, separate, you know,
Mm.
because I had heard all those stories with she dated that or was married to Steve Finley,
The baseball player.
the baseball player. And she, you know, there was some things that went
I think she beat the fuck out of him, didn't she?
pretty much, but I wasn't there, so I can't
Allegedly.
allegedly. But I think that we're gonna have another hearing on that.
There's a special counsel that's been appointed.
Yes, it's been appointed. I think we're gonna get that all cleared up. But so it's like I'm sitting there and now I can't sleep. So I said, "What's the worst thing you can do? Go to YouTube and pull up White Snake and pull up This Is Love and watch the video, and you're like, wow, like I forgot. Like there are certain women in your chronological order of life."
The other guy says, since we know you're a big fan of the movie Legends of the Fall with your Oscar-worthy version of Anthony Hopkins' character stroked out, fuck him, did you name your son after Brad Pitt's character Tristan?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, we did.
Was that ever revealed before, or is this a first right now?
I mean, I've never kept it a secret.
I mean, we've been talking about the film a lot. I don't remember if
I don't
Tristan
know.
or you mentioned that when we were doing the thing.
I mean, T knew it.
Okay.
I mean, if you ever, I mean, if there was ever a more handsome gentleman in a film than Brad Pitt as Tristan with the long hair, you know, when he comes back and he's coming across the tundra on that horse.
It's flowing. The hair is flowing
Yeah.
in the wind, is it not?
So I had a feeling I would have a handsome Chad, you know, chap coming along. So
This is the hair episode. I'm starting to think. We're talking about Tawny Kitaen's mane. We're talking about Brad's. We talked about a full pelt before. This is. I'm seeing a theme here.
well, we touched with our "Be My Little Baby."
Ronnie Spector.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Phil. Yeah. David Upchurch. Don't have a question, but a statement. It's just so ironic that T was the one who got you to start the podcast, and talking about T throughout the podcast he started is what will get you through this time. It's almost like he knew. Like, Dad, you're going to need this.
I need something, that's for fucking sure.
You never predict what's going to get. Dangerous Rhythm. Dangerous Rhythm with DJ Vil Vodka. That means loving Tristan's band, The Builders. I hear a lot of Husker Du. Sugar, Bob Mould in his music. Did Tristan ever meet Bob Mould?
No, he did not, but he knew that Bob was a friend of mine. And he knew that I was, he listened to, I had both Husker Du and Sugar, but then I also had a lot of Bob's solo stuff. And so he was into Bob before, like, it was chill to be into Bob. And then all of a sudden it's just like Pearl Jam and everybody else is coming out going, yeah, Bob Mould was a huge, influence, and so. And they just, I just think that people just didn't realize how brilliant Bob was.
Mm.
And
yeah, the earliest Husker Du stuff that, what would you call it? Like post-punk? It wasn't punk necessarily, I don't think, like the Ramones or Sex Pistols were, but it was definitely like born of that. And
yeah, but I think it's so hard to categorize.
That's true too.
That music. What did I say? What was my last? I said the. What was it? Was it sound like a tag team? It was the Gettysville Address or something like that. A Gettysville Express. I think that's what I said last time. So we said it sound like some old WCW tag team.
Yeah.
So.